Hey, good morning, good evening, good afternoon to all my blessed beloveds out there in video land. You're watching another short presentation by Living and Thriving with Rusty. And guess what? I'm Rusty. It's Monday night and I'm so glad you're here. Let's motivate, get inspired, and well, as you can see, let's participate in some acts of kindness. I talk about this all the time. It's true, kindness it's not trendy, it's not a hot button topic, it doesn't, go on NBC, CBS, CNN, and all of that stuff. It doesn't get as much press as negativity. I talk about this all the time. If you ever heard or watched any of my shows, this is a huge priority to me. Kindness won't kill you, won't make you broke, won't give you a longer nose, and certainly won't cure all disease. But it can change a person's life in so many ways, and it can change your life too. I can't even tell you how many jobs I've gotten just because of my kindness, and I'm grateful for that. So keep that in the back of your mind. My first tip is give someone a genuine compliment. This is a great habit to get into in general. Our world's filled with people who just want to be negative Nancy's and Karens and criticize and judge and place blame and point fingers. Get out of that habit. 21 days. Just try this for 21 days. Give somebody a genuine compliment. Your cashier, your Starbucks barista, your office worker, your lawn person, whatever it is, whenever you see somebody say something nice, it will change the world. Trust me on this. Just simply hand out genuine compliments. It's so easy. You're not going to get struck by lightning, I promise. And you're not going to get struck by lightning even if you're lying to your coworker about their shirt choices. You still can try to be nice. Maybe you have that one coworker who has to wear Hawaiian shirts all the time and you're just kind of over the Hawaiian theme. You can still say, oh wow, Ted, that's a really nice Hawaiian themed shirt. There's some genuine compliment pieces to that, but you know what I'm saying. It'll boost your mood. It'll make somebody else's day so much brighter. And even if you kind of feel awkward at first, like sea legs or something, it'll become second nature. So do it for 21 days. Turn it into an awesome habit and encourage your friends and family to join you. And then you have a whole group of people just being nice and kind. My favorite, buy the person's coffee behind you. If you have a couple extra bucks, you're in a drive-through or you're even at a toll and you have a couple of extra bucks, why not pay it forward? Why not donate? Why not cheer somebody on? It actually can change the person's day. Maybe the person's having a crappy day. Maybe they feel unloved or lonely, or maybe their spouse just called them names, or you just don't know what you don't know. And just buy a simple cup of coffee, $1.89 at Dunkin' Donuts, $20 at Starbucks. We all know how expensive they are. You can actually make somebody feel just a little special, and you don't have to paparazzi it. You don't have to throw it on Facebook. You don't have to get, an Oscar for buying somebody a coffee or paying for a toll. You just know within yourself that you did something good for somebody else. And 75 cents. We all have 75 cents. I even have 75 cents, I think. Oh, my absolute favorite. As a former recovering boss, I loved it when people had something nice to say about my staff, because quite honestly, as the boss, you get all the negative crap all day long. Negative this, you get your employee negative problems, you get, your product negative problems, you get corporate negative problems and customer negative problems. And it's so refreshing when somebody says, hey, my cashier was the best, or my bag boy was the best, or whatever it is, wherever you work, or wherever you go, your waitress, your bartender, your gym membership person, you get the drift. Leave a compliment. Just be nice. Somewhere along the leadership line, someone didn't train well. We know that's why a lot of negativity happens as managers, and we have to own that as bosses. But again, I will tell you, as a former recovering boss, I love knowing when my employees are doing good, when my staff and my team are on par and they're making somebody else's life better. People are so used to bitching and complaining that I really would love to turn that around and have more positive comments to managers than negative. Surveys are a great thing. I love filling out my surveys. You know, I'll go to a restaurant or whatever. Banks give out surveys too, just to check in on their customer service and how they're retaining their business or not retaining their business. And those are great places to not have to be face to face about it if you're not comfortable, but it's a great opportunity for that employee to get like a high five, maybe even a raise, but also let the company know that they're in the right direction with their training. Find a charity that you believe in. Number 4, yes, if you have the means to make a financial charitable donation, find a place that you really believe in, like, you know, the SPCA or March of Dimes, or, you know, the cancer places. Mine is the Battered Women's Shelter or the Homeless Shelter. I'm really big on those. Those are my favorites. So for me, my daughter and I share an Ipsy bag once a month. And they're these cute little makeup bags that we get, and we divide the makeup. But the bags, after a year, you have 12 bags. What do you need 12 bags for, right? So we figured, Chloe and I figured that we were going to put feminine products in those Ipsy bags and leave them for the homeless shelters. So you don't really spend a lot. You can go to the dollar store and get, you know, feminine products easily. But larger than that, the homeless women can be a little bit more discreet and, you know, maybe feel a little feminine while they're going through what they're going through. And so to me, that's very important. And we do that with all of it, all of our Ipsy bags. Volunteer. Oh my God, especially right now, there are so many places that need help. And I don't mean help wanted signs. I mean help with volunteering. SPCA is one that I can think of. As I'm recording this, my SPCA is currently doing adoption day. So all of the animals are being adopted for $25, and that's kind of cool. But there are tons of places to volunteer. Volunteer at your library, volunteer at the kids camp, volunteer at your March of Dimes or your YMCA, or you know, if you're really fond of politics, political organizations, especially right now, because we're coming up to I don't know how to put it, a very strong year in politics and voting, and there's lots of organizations that are in the front and center needing help. They need more hands to stuff envelopes. They need people to do social media, blah, blah, blah. So you'll find something interesting. It's also a really nice way to meet people that are like-minded. Help someone who needs it. Like me, I need my help. I need my garage organized. Help. All right, so this is really important, but I will warn you, you need to set boundaries because it can easily backfire. You don't want to continuously help a person who is unable to be self-sufficient. Meaning you don't want to get involved into a situation where all you're doing is helping and that person is kind of taking advantage of you. So make sure you set your boundaries. Like, Rusty, I'll give you an hour to help you with your garage. And I'll be like, yeah, man, that's awesome. I just need an extra set of hands. I'm a single mom. I need another set of hands to put up these shelves. That would be great. But there's a boundary. You know, you have that 1 hour and that's it, and everything's set up, and you know, you can watch yourself from being taken advantage of. You will find somebody who needs help all day long. The little old lady down the street, you know, friends, family. There's always somebody who needs something, and it's nice to kind of take an hour or two of your personal time and give back to somebody you care about too. You know, I think that's really important to just sometimes lending an ear. I have one person who I just listen. And she talks and talks and talks and talks, but I think sometimes I'm the only person who just listens to her. Everybody else tries to give her feedback, and I don't think she needs that all the time. She just needs to be able to speak. So, that's an hour once a month for me. It's not a big deal. But I know it's a big deal to her, and she feels happier knowing that somebody is able to be present and in the moment with her and allow her to be who she is, unconditionally, unjudgmental. Um, and, to me, that makes a world of difference. It makes a world of difference to myself because I know that I'm capable of listening for an hour. Um, but it makes a larger difference that I'm front and center and present to help somebody else through their day. And world perspective, if we all could just give an hour a month to be present for somebody else, our world would change huge, like totally dramatically would change. And it might seem redundant, but this is kind of a tricky one. So offer to help people. Be aware of your surroundings for so many reasons, but the large one is you just don't know where you can help if you're not paying attention. If you see somebody who's lost, they might not be from your town and they're looking at a map or they're trying to figure out directions. Maybe their cell phone signal isn't working and they have the GPS thing on and they're just lost, but they're kind of shy and unable to really feel comfortable with asking strangers for help. Maybe you can pop up and say, hey, are you lost? That is huge. Really nice thing to do. Also, great community member. Be aware of your surroundings. It is so important to pay attention for so many reasons, not only for your safety, but also for the safety of other people. And you get the added benefit of helping where you didn't think that you could or didn't know you would. I like cold beverages. Yes, this is one of my favorites. All right, so I live in South Florida. It gets really stinking hot down here, and we have some of the hardest workers on the planet. I swear, I don't know how half of these people mow lawns and hang out on rooftops when it's 110 out. I don't know how they do it. But I give them a shout out of kudos and respect. And if I see workers that are regularly working on a job, dropping off a box of donuts or one of those big cup of joe things with coffee or a 12 pack of water or whatever, it's nice. It's nice to do, especially if it's a really hot day or for my Yankee friends, a really, really cold day and people are out working, shoveling and things like that. And it doesn't really cost you a lot. It costs you what? Maybe 15, 20 minutes of your time, maybe $10 to make people who are working their tail feathers off feel good even for a moment, feel appreciated, because we all like to feel appreciated. Oh, in the world of Karens and trolls, they're everywhere. Social media is a cesspool. However, if you block the trolls, you can actually change the algorithm of what content comes into your social media. So that's a bonus. So block the trolls and just start leaving positive comments. Anything positive, anything funny, anything healthy, and really try to change the tone of your social media. It's going to do a couple of things. One, it's going to change your algorithm, which we briefly mentioned. Two, it's going to change your attitude. Trust me. Whenever I go onto my Twitter account, which is heavily politicized, I get grumpy because I am so sick and tired of the nonsense and the deception and the untruths and the trolls. So I spent 21 days changing the algorithm of my Twitter by only posting positive things. And now when I go on my Twitter, I have 90% positive things with little trickles of some cesspool troll doing something stupid. It makes my attitude a lot better. It'll make your attitude a lot better. Plus, you're changing what other people are seeing too. You're not coming out to be a troll yourself. You're demonstrating that you are thinking on a higher level by posting more positive things on your social media. Leave a loved one a note. Oh, I love slipping notes in Chloe's lunchbox. Or I'll put a note on her pillow. just something nice, you know, I'm proud of you, I love you, I hope you have a great day, something like that. And those are really cool. Or if you happen to have a coworker that you really dig who really makes you happy, you know, leave a little card on their desk or on their windshield of their car. Um, just something nice like that. Now, your loved ones, the people that are really close to your heart, reach out if you haven't checked in with them, you know, a little bit. I'm not the best person to reach out, but I am getting better, and it's a habit that I'm trying to get into, and I appreciate it. I appreciate it, and I think they do too. So if you see somebody that needs help, just help them. You don't need to ask, hey, do you need help? Do something nice that for somebody, you know. There's just so many things that you can do to help other people without actually having to ask them. You see a little old lady who's struggling putting her groceries in the car, help her put the groceries in the car. If you are walking into a building, hold the door open for somebody. I mean, these are so common sense little things, but they make a huge impact. They make a huge difference. Boy, that was a long presentation. Sorry, guys. I get so excited about kindness. It is something that is true to my heart, near and dear to my belief systems, and something that I believe everybody can do. So be blessed. Have a beautiful day. Change the way you are looking at things just a little bit. 21 days. You can do this. I promise.